Good day, this is Tata Tronco Seva doing another video. Today's video is going to be on Katiyembe. Um, First and foremost, I just want to say that I do not claim to have the absolute truth. Now, Katiyembe, even though it's known by other names, let's just call it Katiyembe, is a very strong alcohol like sugarcane alcohol or moonshine or any type of alcohol that is so pure that's highly flammable. Yeah, I got a little bit here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So that's Katiyembe. Now, this alcohol was used a very long time ago by our ancestors when they didn't have access to the food. Because you have to remember one thing, only a chosen few of the slaves have access to the gunpowder. Only the ones that were in charge of the master's weapons had access to it, and no one else. So just listen what I just told you. They had this prestigious job of protecting the arms, masters had needed for protection, plus they did hunting every once in a while. So they had these prestigious jobs. Chances were you couldn't trust them by going up to them and telling them, "Can I get some food?" Because chances are you were going to be hung by a tree. No, there's no ands or ors about that. So it was extremely hard at that period to get food. So some of the earliest accounts in the New World of the use of Katiyembe comes from the mid 1500s to the very beginning of the 1600s. That was like one of the first accounts of people using that. Now, back in the Congo, ages before slavery, our ancestors also used unique oil lamps. As a matter of fact, I remember elders talking about how the elders back in Cuba, they would create some sort of like a homemade candle using the fat of the four-legged animals in order not to corrupt their cauldrons. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. So, okay, remember nowadays you can go Dollar Tree, Target, Walmart, wherever the case may be, and buy a 7-day candle, anywhere from $1 to $2. Depends where you go. But also remember, if 10 or 15 people touch that candle before you got it, their bad energies could transfer into that candle. So that's why it's very important to cleanse that candle before you light it up. So that's why the elders back in Cuba will create their own homemade candles from the fat of the four-legged animals in order not to corrupt the cauldrons that they're working with, because by them getting something they purchased out there, bring it back home, you're inadvertently bringing those energies into the cauldron. Now, that's why you must, that's why you must, let me emphasize that. That's why you must always cleanse the candle. You always do it. Whether it's with a Florida water, or you have your own plants that you make your own bath, whatever the case may be, but cleanse it. If you have nothing else, at least cleanse it, put it under the faucet and cleanse it with just pure water. Now, I still practice the use of the Katiyembe for the simple reason that Fura from time to time can betray you. Now, there are certain jobs that Fura must be used in, including in certain ceremonies. There's no way around that. But these are things that as you get more experience, the more you learn, the more experience you get in this beautiful religion called Palo Mayombe, you're able to determine the times that you should use Katiyembe or Fura. Like I said, this is a long journey, long learning experience. You're gonna have your ups and downs, but if you're persistent, you get better, better, and better to the point where you're able to distinguish when to use Fura or Katiyembe. All right, so stay humble, be kind to one another. Until next time, man, Sammy, pleasure in yours. Salam alaikum.